Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to create this finish set right here. It's a soft pastel design that works beautifully for spring and summer, but honestly you could wear it year round. So hang tight and let's jump right in. I'll have a video linked here for e-file removal if you want to see that step. Right now is our before and our after for soak off, as well as a close-up where you can see a bit of biab still on my nails, which is perfectly fine for me because I have thin nails. Today I'm using the Beetles Tipex Lite soft gel tips. I'm just sizing them out to make sure they fit appropriately, and these tips are made for flat nail beds. So if you've been curious and want to give them a go, I really have enjoyed them because of the built-in apex. Next, I'm going to apply my dehydrator and primer, both from Beetles. Make sure you allow each coat to dry completely before moving on to the next step. The dehydrator does have a slight coconut scent, so if you're sensitive to fragrances, that's something to keep in mind, but personally I find it a bit refreshing. Before applying my nail tips, I'm going to apply a thin layer of foundation base gel. Because my nails are flat, wide, and naturally thin, I like to put this protective layer down first. Once that's cured, we're ready to apply our tips. I'm using the solid glue that also comes from Beetles, and I swear this is not sponsored, I just happen to be using most of their products today. But I'm applying it directly inside the tip, then I'm placing the tip at an angle near the cuticle, gently pressing downwards so the gel flows to the free edge. Here I had a bit of an air pocket, so I'm going on with a fine detail brush and then a more liquidy glue and filling in that hole that way so that everything is sealed, and then I will flash cure that. And this nail looks perfect. I'm going to keep going, but another trick that helps prevent air bubbles is to apply a slip layer of glue towards the free edge of the nail and then going in and pressing down at the cuticle. And again, just make sure you flash cure as you go, and once the entire hand is done, we'll do a full cure. Wipe up any glue that might have seeped out on the edges prior to flash curing as well. Okay, so notice the pinky, there's a huge spot right here where the glue did not make it all the way to the edge, more than likely because of the biab that I have on my nail. So I am taking my nail glue and filling that spot all the way around the nail, and then taking a detail brush just to make sure that it gets placed all the way down, so there's no air pockets and it's just fully sealed right here. I'm going to flash cure that, and then I use glass top coat to seal the underside of all of my nails. It just helps make it look smooth and shiny, and then prevents debris from sticking underneath the nail. I'm moving on to filing and refining the structure. I'm using my e-file with a cuticle bit to remove any glue seepage and to lightly thin the base of the tip so that it blends seamlessly with my natural nail. Next, I'm going to switch to my mini sanding band to further smooth that cuticle area. Be careful here because we're not wanting to touch the skin. This step is just for the nail itself. I'll also go over the nail bed with the sanding band to prep the surface for gel polish. Then I'm grabbing my hand file to refine the square shape and remove the tab at the end of the tip. After that, I am grabbing my buffing block to smooth everything out and remove the remaining shine. And this part is so satisfying to me. They look so good already. Then we're going to use a little alcohol spritz and a brush to clean the top sides as well as the underside. At this point, the nails are fully prepped, and honestly, they're already looking beautiful. It's a very clean and structured look. Looks a bit seamless right there around the cuticle, which I love, but actually it's midnight, so I am exhausted, and I'm just putting a clear top coat on to protect the nails overnight, hoping that I get to it tomorrow. We shall see. But if you're like me, and sometimes it's hard to pick a design, but you just want to get your nails going, do this as well. Otherwise, skip the top coat step and just jump straight into the design. Alrighty, it is the next day and I'm ready to complete this look. Their nail design that I currently have on, I will have that linked if you're curious as well. For my base color, I'm applying a nude shade that has a slight peach undertone. I'm painting one thin coat on each nail and fully curing the hand. A moment to give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this so far. I thought I was filming, but actually that's not true, and I did add one coat of a pink jelly over that and did a full cure. For the aura nails, I'm using a sponge to dab on orange and yellow gel polish. The sponge helps blend the colors together for a really soft aura effect. For the pinky, I'm going to do one coat of green, and then I added the same orange and yellow aura effect on top of this. That's why I only am doing one coat here. I know it's a little splotchy, but because the apex is already pre-built, I didn't want to get too thick with the polish. So again, just one coat and then do the aura over top. For my ring finger, I'm creating a pink French tip. For this one, I painted the tip first and then used a detail brush to drag the polish closer to the size and round it out. I found this method a little bit more challenging, so on the next French tip nail, I used a different approach. To make the French tip feel a little more spring inspired and playful, I'm adding a tiny bit of ruffles along the edge using a dotting tool. This Frenchie, I'm actually going to draw a line straight down the center of the nail and then connect the sides to create the French tip shape before filling it in. For this method, it was faster and it gave me a cleaner result. Now we're moving on to a floral design using blooming gel. Apply the blooming gel all over the aura nail, and then we're going to use a dotting tool to place small dots in a circular pattern to create petals. Allow the gel to spread until you like the shape of a flower, and then flash cure it to lock it in. I'm using the same technique on my middle finger, but this time I used a green for the petals. I think it really helps to tie all the nails together so that the design feels cohesive. If any gel touches your skin, just clean it up with a micro swab before curing. You might notice that I softly blended orange and yellow into the tips of the French nails. I did this to create a subtle ombre effect and to help unify the entire set. And then we're jumping right in with rhinestones. I'm using rhinestone glue and placing stones where the centers of the flowers would naturally be. I'm also adding a few decorative stones and chain pieces in bronze and gold tones. I chose those warmer shades because they complement the colors in the set really well. I also forgot to record the top coat. Before I did the gems, the jewels, the rhinestones, whatever you want to call them, I did do a top coat with my favorite top coat right now, which is a diamond top coat by Cami. I did that first because I don't want to cover the gems with top coat. I wonder how many times I can say top coat, like seriously. But I said all that to say, don't forget to do that first and then add your gems. If you've made it this far, let's make it official. Go ahead and subscribe and stick around. I want to share an underrated product. It's a non-white top coat with a built-in liner brush. I love using this go-to liner top coat around rhinestones without coating the stones directly themselves. I just slide the brush along the edges and it kind of seals them and reinforces them and fills in any gaps. It's really great. And that's it, you're done. This is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching and being here. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.